Hello everyone, and welcome back to Old School RuneScape, where today we're going to be doing the Making History quest, because it is one of the quests, and in particular, the only quest that we can do that is required for Song of the Elves. Because if we look down here, it's not been added to the game yet, but they did add to here. Yeah, if you look, out of all these requirements, we've only got one, but we can make that number 2 today. And I figured, why not? It's an easy enough quest. It'll gain us a crafting level, get us a little bit of prayer XP. I see no reason to not get this out of the way. And then I'll get my combat levels up, but we'll do Underground Pass and move on from there. Obviously, getting all these requirements is going to take me quite a long time, considering how much of a noob I am. But I am trying to progress at least a little. It would help if Vanica would quit giving me terrible Slayer tasks for my level. I finally got through that Crocodile one that I just hated, and it did gain me some levels, and I got a little better at it at the end, but still, like, crocodiles aren't fun to fight. It's a terrible Slayer task. I hate it. The reason it took me months to get around to finishing it. But maybe I'll get strong enough to get away from Vanica, and then not have terrible Slayer tasks. But anyway, enough on that. Let's go ahead and talk to Joral here and see what he has to say. Hi there. All is lost. Sorry? Just look around you. This great building will soon be in ruin. Great building? Of course, this building has a history spanning generations. Ah, I see. A great history. But why will it be in ruin? It is to be ripped apart to make way for King Lathas's new alchemist's lab. Because, you know, there's definitely no room to have a second building in the area. Does the king not respect the outpost's great history? Well, actually, nobody knows what the history is, but there must be something. Wait a minute, you could help me. Me? Yes, uncover the history of this building to convince King Lathas to leave it alone. Do you want to know more? Tell me more, good sir. That's what I like to hear. Let me tell you about the outpost. With many occupants over the years, the building has seen much action. That's a little too much information there. It started life as an outpost. Its sole purpose being to see invading armies. Before they saw the city of Ardoin. Very long pauses in between these dialogues. If all goes well, I hope to be able to turn it into a museum as a monument to the area's history. What do you think? Oh, I'll make a stand for history. You can count on that. Oh, thank you so much. You really are my savior. But where should I start? What do I need to do now? There are 3 people that may be able to help. Well, I guess we get to choose. We somehow know. There is a silver trader in East Ardoin called Aaron, who I believe can help. In what way can he help? His great-grandfather lived in this outpost, according to the records. He must know something. I'm gonna admit that I know almost nothing about my great-grandfathers. So, okay. Okay, I'll see what he has to say. Admittedly, they both died. Well, all of them died. I mean, there'd be more than 2, right? Before. That's how great-grandparents work. But yeah, they all died before I was born, or at least before I had any memory of them. Okay. What do I need? Oh, we don't even get to ask about the rest of them? Oh no, there we are. A ghost. I've been told that there's a ghost far off in Port Phasmatus that moans of losing his life to this place. Sounds ominous. Does he have a name? He does indeed. It's Drolak. I'll track him down. It might not be so simple. You'll need an amulet of ghost speak to talk to him. I've conversed with the dead before. This shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, let's get the last one. I don't know if we actually have to discuss this, but we are. Up near the mountains in Relica is a warrior called Drawn, whom I have spoken to in the past. He is always on the lookout for information that can improve his fighting and commanding skills. Oh, so he's got a commanding skill. I need that skill. We need to pull it. And how is he related to this outpost? He isn't directly, but he studied many wars, and as this used to be an outpost, it should have been involved in some war. That sounds simple enough. He isn't the easiest person to talk to, so you may need to speak to his brother Blannon first. Alright, got to go, bye! Alright, I guess we will start with East Ardoin, just because it's really easy to get there. I really need to get more quests done so I can get more free teleports. I love free teleports. I think it's Fairy Tale 2 holding me back in a lot of them. I mean, at least that's one of the quests holding me back. So that is something to do near future, once we get the levels. So many levels that I need, it's terrible. I gotta train this account more. If I quit getting bad Slayer tasks, I might be more motivated. As it is, you know, they keep giving me stuff that's so strong that I can only kill like 5 in a trip. At least when it's first assigned. I got stronger. Basically, I had to go train up to fight those crocodiles and then come back. And even then, I still needed, like, food and all sorts of crap on top of all the water skins. It's just terrible. Alright, so Aaron, the silver trader. Who here is the silver trader? I can't remember because... obviously, it would be someone with a stall of silver. Probably this guy, even though he doesn't have a name. Silver, silver, best prices for buying and selling in all of Kandarin. Are you Aaron? That I am. What do you want? You realize I'm working here. This shouldn't take too long. I just want to ask you a bit about your great-grandfather, the one who lived in the outpost. What's it to you? I'm doing some research for a man called Joral. Apparently the king is going to make the outpost into his very own alchemist lab. That can only cause chaos. Well, my great-grandfather lived and died there, according to my mother, but even she knows very little about him. Okay then, I see. His own mother knows very little about her own grandfather. Very useful. The only thing I have of his is a key. It's a strange key. It changes temperature by itself as you walk around. I'm afraid I don't know what it's for, though. No idea at all? Well, I imagine it's to some sort of chest of his belongings, as it's too small for a door. How does that work? Perhaps if you find some of his belongings, you will discover some clues amongst them. It's better than nothing. Will you lend it to me then? Why not? I can't use it anyway. Try feeling its change in temperature as you walk around. Alright, so now we have this key, which is used over near the Castle Wars area. So once again, we can go ahead and use the handy-dandy unlimited teleport to get over here, and then we'll just run. I mean, I could get, like, a Ring of Dueling or something. But, this is free, so I'm doing it, because admittedly, I don't really make money in this game. I just have money that I've gotten through, honestly, most of my money just came from some random guy giving me, like, a mil, didn't it? I feel like that's what happened. It's been years. Other than that, like, I don't really make money in this game. Crocodiles don't drop anything, that's for sure. Still can't stand. I wish crocodiles at least dropped one thing. Like, one item that was actually worth something. Make them worth fighting. Oh well, we're getting close to the area we need to go to. It's going to be south of the observatory. Good old observatory. Good old blue scroll related crate. Alright, so... I mean, we could feel this and be like, oh, look at it. It's burning hot. On the very first touch. Alright, so here we are in the general location. I think maybe it's like right around here. We can just try digging. Yeah, we found it. Use the key on the chest. Oh, we threw the chest away. Very nice of us. I mean, we could have at least, like, given the chest to Aaron. Like, I mean, it was his great-grandfather's. Okay, first Benath. Blah, 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 blah. We do not read books in this series because, look, reading the dialogue is enough. That is a lot of text. But anyway, so... what does it say in the guide? It was about Drolak's past. He made a deal with Zamorak to live in the outpost, not knowing how evil Zamorak was. He got influenced by evil and terrorized the people of Ardoin, and then the journal just ends after preparing for a battle with Saradomin, meaning he probably died. Alright, so next up, we need to go ahead and go on over to Port Phasmatis. I have no good way to get over there, so we're just going to Varrock teleport, and then we're going to have to run the whole way, I guess. I guess I could have taken a boat, but, you know what? We'll take a boat. This was a foolish thing to do, wasting a Varrock teleport. But I just thought about it, like, the amount of effort required to run all the way over there is too much. Plus, then we'd have to get the Ecto tokens, because we've not actually done Ghosts Ahoy. So, you know what? I'm glad I realized that before we ran any further, because that would have sucked. Just sad I wasted a Law Rune on that, because I've not yet gotten to mass-producing Law Runes. Which I need to do, but I have not yet done. I would just like to have Law Runes and also rune crafting levels. That would be the main purpose behind it. Some old ZMI altar or something, I don't know. I don't know what goes on in this game anymore, so I don't know what the best strategies are. I keep saying and telling myself, like, I'll pay more attention to the updates, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be easier to keep up with if I was high enough level to actually do the new content when it comes out. But it's always like a whole list of things that I have no idea what to do with. Oh well. We'll get there eventually. If I can just keep up with actually playing. Yeah, I already had the coins for the boat. I just wasn't sure which option I would take. But my brain instantly went for the Varrock teleport. And this was probably the much easier choice. Alright, so anyway, where is Drolak the Ghost? He is going to be in the general store, or at least around it. And the general store is going to be on the west wall, I believe, if memory serves. The first time in Port Phasmatis, I think. This game. General store. Why am I walking this way? We need to find Drolak. Is he actually going to have a name, or do we just have to, like, talk to ghosts until we find Drolak? Oh, no, there he is. Alright, Drolak, I apparently was going the right way to get to you. Hiding back here. Hello, are you Drolak? Wow, I haven't spoken to the living for I don't remember how long. So your name is Drolak? Sorry, yes, I am he. Great, do you know anything about the outpost north of Ardoin? I don't really like to talk about it, but I died there. Oh dear. I do have a scroll which might interest you that describes the timeline of the outpost. But first I wonder if I could ask you to tie up a problem. What are the odds of that? Like what? Well, I left to go to the outpost against the wishes of my wife. I promised I would return to her, but obviously I did not as I died there. She's a ghost nearby, but won't listen to my apologies. You want me to patch things up? Yes, how'd you guess? Call it Traveler's Intuition. Okay, well, perhaps you could give her a strung sapphire amulet, because this is what I gave her the day I left. Her name is Melina, by the way. No problem. So nearby, does that mean she's like right here? Probably not. She's probably a bit further away. Let me see. Where is Melina? Where is Melina? Melina is east of the general store in a building. Okay, that's Melina. So they lived over in the outpost and both ended up dead over here. That's kind of weird. If you don't mind me asking, are you Melina? That I am. What's it to you? I've been talking to Drolak. I believe he left you but never returned? He did. I suppose he has asked you to tell me he's sorry? What an empty gesture. Well, actually, he told me to give you this amulet that he in no way paid for. A sapphire amulet! He remembers! It's just like the one he gave me before he left. I honestly believe he's sorry. I am so glad. Please tell him I forgive him. I will. At last I feel complete. Farewell. Goodbye. That's actually not allowed. You're not allowed to move on. Ghost. Get back here. You just broke the lore. Jeez. This quest assumes you've already done Ghost Ahoy, I guess? I don't know. I don't know. Come on, why am I missing my clicks? I've given her the amulet. She was very pleased and said she just wanted to know you still cared. Excellent. I am so glad she believes me. I can finally rest in peace. Or does the thing not apply to ghosts that happened outside of Port Phasmatis and then came here? I have no idea. I thought no ghosts could move on in Port Phasmatis. Did I have that scroll you mentioned first? Of course, let me know if it was any use, and then I can be forever free. Thank you. Alright. I'm sure it will be of use. I don't think you can tell him that. Yeah, okay. I don't know. How do you know about Joral? I don't think I told him about Joral. Well, anyway, so we have the thing. We can go back and tell him. I don't think you have to. Anyway, so now we need to go to Relica, apparently. Well, once again, our handy-dandy unlimited teleport will get us in the correct side of the map, at least. Maybe not very close, but it's better than nothing. And if I stop by the bank, I could grab my ring to boost our run energy up. That would probably be a smart thing to do. Overall, this quest doesn't take very long, really. Like, when you look at the guide, it's like, oh, this quest is going to take forever, you gotta go all over the map, blah, 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 but, you know, it's barely been 15 minutes here. And we are already a good way of the way through it. Makes me happy. I don't want to spend forever on a quest. Anyway, Explorer's Ring. You give me my energy. There we go. Now we can continue to run northwards. There's probably a better way to do this. At my magic level, you can probably use some Camelot teleport. Isn't that the level 40 spell? Teleport to houses. Camelot's 45. Okay. So no, we're kind of stuck here. I thought about training magic this morning, but I decided to go with melee instead and got a strength level. That's also why I now have this dragon weapon. Which is very nice to finally have something other than the granite weapon that we had before. It's kind of hard to find like good information on which weapons are best at this tier. Like for shields, like there's not even information. Like they just assume that you have either access to the Warriors Guild, which we do not, or that your defense level is 60 plus. Which neither of those apply to me, so I just had to keep my rune kite shield because honestly, granite kite shield, not even granite kite shield, just granite shield is not really much of an improvement over that. But I put it away because of the weight. We're not fighting anything in this quest anyway, so who really cares? Alright, we should probably get the second burst of energy. That would be a smart thing to do, probably. Maybe, slightly. Just a little bit smart, that's all. Alright, I was working on farming, wasn't I? It's been too long since I've, like, really played Old School RuneScape. Just too much going on in the world. Can only concentrate on one game at a time, really. It's the one nice thing about the slightly slower update pace of this game, like not having a bunch of new skills and quests constantly, is that I can more realistically get caught up than in RuneScape 3, where you have to put a lot more time in. At least if you're me. If you're like a try-hard person, you can get caught up in no time. But that has never been me. But anyway, so we need to talk to Drawn the Warrior, but first we gotta find Blannon, which is east of the Long Hall. There's good old Blannon right there. First guy we checked. He likes cows. Hello there, are you the brother of Drawn? That I am. Why? Has he killed one of your family? Not that I know of. I don't even know of my family. Oh good, how can I help you? Well, I'd like to talk to your brother Drawn about the outpost north of Ardoin. I'm afraid he's not easy to talk to, so it's good that you came to see me. You'll need to remember a few things when talking to him. Like? You must be firm with him, and don't mention that I sent you. In case he asks, he wields an iron mace in battle, eats rats for breakfast, kittens for lunch, and bunnies for tea. His favorite drink is red spider blood. He's 36 years, 8 months, and 21 days old, studies famous battles of the 4th and 5th ages, lives on the northeast side of town, and his, pet cat is called Fluffy. Okay. I know this sounds strange, but Drawn won't talk to anyone unless they know him well. He's a secretive guy. So everyone just gets told his entire life story so they can actually talk to him. So he said he lives on the northeast of town. Is he actually going to be on the northeast of town? Or is he going to be somewhere else? I have no clue, really. And I'm kind of just hoping I can find him, but I don't think so. No. Alright, so where is Drawn? Drawn, he's close to the northernmost dock, actually. So he's going to be over here. That's not him. These are definitely not him. Warrior, Riso, Drawn, okay. I need to talk to you. Why should I? I'm after important answers. But how do you know me? Why, you're the famous warrior Drawn. If so, what weapon do I use? A crappy iron mace, right? When do I like to eat rats? I would say never, but breakfast. When are kittens best devoured? Lunch? What do I usually eat for tea? Bunnies. I don't believe any of these answers, by the way. What color spider blood tastes the best? Red. Even though there's no red spiders living near here, so I doubt you get it. How many years old am I? It was 36. And months is 8. I don't know why it'd be 21. What are the most interesting ages for battles? 5th and 4th. And my house is situated where? The northeast side of town. What is my brother's name? Lannon. And my pet cat is called? Fluffy. What's 5 plus 7? Oh, but what does that have to do with anything? Everything. Besides, it's 13. I think you'll find it's 12. Very well, you seem to know me quite well. I'll answer your questions best I can. Ooh. Well, what are they then? I'm trying to find out the history of the outpost near Ardoin, and I was hoping you could help me. Let me see. Ah, yes, I remember reading of a battle that took place at the outpost many years ago. 2 ex-friends led forces in a small battle that ended with them pitted against each other at the top of the outpost, as the sole survivors because of their superior strength. Ex-friends? They were once friends, but a difference in their beliefs meant that they fell out. One chose to follow the god Zamorak, while the other chose Saradomin, but finding themselves in this extreme situation at the top of the outpost caused them to see the errors of their ways, like the waste of life, the lost friendship, and the wasted time. They both then decided to unite under Guthix. Ah, I like happy endings. You would. Thank you, I can report this back to Joral now. Anything else? Well, I was wondering how you get the bloodstains out of your clothes. Be gone. I don't really understand if that's a reference to something or what. Like, is Drawn like a name of something related to a cleaning product? I have no clue. But anyway, we should be good now on heading back. We could look it up in the old quest log thing. Yes, I have got all the things that I need to take to Joral now. Good stuff. I don't know why I'm trying to go around the side of the zoo when we should just go through the zoo. That is a question for another day. So I don't know, does Song of the Elves come out on next Thursday? I know it comes out soon. I just don't know how soon. But I think it does. I might try to get Underground Pass done before it comes out, but probably not. Just because that is pretty soon, and I want to be a little bit stronger before we go for that. Like, defensively, I want to be a little bit, like, I'd say at least 55 defense would make me a little bit more comfortable fighting the demons and stuff, and I mean, they're supposed to be weak to magic, and I know there's safe spots and stuff for, like, the spiders, so I might want to train my magic up a little, too. Also, you know, teleports are always nice. It'd be nice to have more teleports. But I need more runes too, so I need to do my rune crafting. It's just a whole list of things. I'm not in a huge rush to get through Underground Pass just because, obviously, as you saw, we need a lot of level 70s in skills that I don't generally train that much. So we're not going to be getting access to Prif Dennis anytime soon, but I would like to at least make some progress towards it every once in a while. You know, just occasionally do an elf quest, and eventually we'll get there. This is such a long way away. I hate getting over here. Just the worst. There's the old outpost. I feel like building it right next to a mountain that it's shorter than is kind of not useful. Alright, let's get inside. I think if the hobgoblins are aggressive, sometimes they can get inside, but they're not aggressive to me anyway. Hi there! How's it going? I found a journal. Good work, let's see what it says. The person who wrote the journal spent time living in the outpost, following the order of Zamorak. I see. He talks of all the nasty things they did to the people of Ardoin, which I don't care to mention. It looks like they were stopped by someone, but it doesn't say who. Interesting. I've talked to the warrior. Excellent, what did he say? Well... And then I asked him about getting the bloodstains out of his clothes, but he didn't like that. It seems you're lucky he didn't beat you up. Well done, that takes another piece of the puzzle. Or is it the implication that he doesn't have bloodstains because he doesn't fight much? I have been in contact with the ghost you suggested, and I've recovered this. Very interesting. So there was a great battle at the outpost, then one of the survivors became king and the other started the marketplace. Good work. It all makes sense now. I never realized there was quite so much history to this place. It was more than I could have hoped. I'm glad to hear. What's the whole story? Oh no. Many years ago, there were two friends who fell out over their difference of opinion in religion. One decided to dedicate his life to Saradomin, the other to Zamorak. Years passed, and the follower of Zamorak moved into this outpost with a group of others to cause havoc for the city of Ardoin. The people of the city called upon some Saradomin followers, who happened to be led by the other friend. A battle ensued that ended with the two ex-friends at the top of the outpost as the sole survivors. Realizing their mistakes, they made friends again. One decided to become king and okay, and spread the word of equality, and the other chose to start up a market where all could trade their wares equally and fairly. The one that became king is the great-grandfather of the King Lathis that we know. So what should I do now? Well, what I'll do is write down the details you have provided in a more easy-to-digest manner, along with my plans for using this building as a museum. Then I suppose you want me to deliver it to the king? You've got that right. Alright, well, I still think that this is probably faster than running back. And at least gives me a chance to remember to recharge my prayer before that becomes a problem, because usually I will forget and then go on to fight Slayer stuff and have no prayer. And it's such a waste. We'll also kill this imp on the way, because I like to just randomly kill imps. It's what they exist for. Just random murder. Alright, anyway, let's get over to the old castle. We can also capture this. I definitely try to catch these when they show up because I want the free hunter experience. I don't train hunter. And I could use hunter levels, for sure. Alright. You know what, it's probably faster to go through the zoo if it wants me to go all the way around. I thought you could go up there, but I guess not. I have no idea. I don't know this game. I'm new. I've definitely not been playing multiple forms of RuneScape for 15 years. Alright, come on. Let's go just straight into the castle, talk to the king. Such is my adventurer privilege, that I can just do that in most kingdoms. Up we go. No security checks or anything. I mean, I'm holding a sword. A sword that is better than the guard's sword. By a long margin. Alright. Excuse me, I have been asked to hand you this from Joral at the outpost. I see. I had no idea that place had any value at all. All this about my great-grandfather and Joral's plans to make it into a museum makes for a convincing case. I'm sure he only wants what is best. Very well, I will comply with his request. Take this letter back to him with my kind regards. Thank you. Alright, now I gotta run all the way back over there. This is why I hate going over there. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Oh well. At least we didn't make the trip the other way, so it's slightly fresh eyes, you know? We've not come this direction so far today. We've always gone around the other way, I think. I don't know. That was like 20 minutes ago now, so I don't remember anything I've done in this entire life. Alright, I think this will be the end of the quest, though. Like, we could go back and tell Drolak that his thing was useful and then he'll disappear, but he's not allowed to. I don't think he's allowed to until Ghost Ahoy. I mean, we could, but I'm not letting him. If all the other ghosts are stuck, then why does he get to leave? It's just not fair. The way I see it. Alright, walking, walking, walking. So slowly. We'll eventually get there. Someday. Someday soon. Oh, fun. So, I guess the one thing to talk about is there is a poll for the warding skill out now, which is pretty cool, I guess, that they're finally polling it after, I don't even know how long it's been. It's gotta been like a year, right? I don't know what they'll do if it fails, though. Like, they put so much work into it. Are they just going to never mention it again if it fails? I don't know. There's a lot of people who I don't think will ever be happy with a new skill being added to this game. I've been to see the king, and he gave me this letter. Quick, let me see. Hurrah, good work, you've done it. You've saved the outpost. And your job, I would assume. My pleasure. I can now continue with my plans for this place. Thank you. Take a look at the artifacts in the new museum room. You may find something of interest. Alright, and there we go, quest completed. A hefty 3 quest points for that. Got a little bit of XP, a very tiny amount of coins, doesn't even cover the boat trip. We can use the enchanted key, but it's really like, I don't like using the enchanted key. Hey, we got a crafting level, we can now weave baskets. That's something, right? Something a little. We're a little closer to a prayer level as well. The little things are useful. But yeah, so that is one step closer to Song of the Elves. One very, very tiny step in the grand scheme of things. But nonetheless, a step. So that makes me happy. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time where we will do something else. Bye!